come to check out the Grenadier Prototype Tour. It's a global series of experience events that gives the likes of you and me the chance to get up close and personal with the Grenadier almost a year before it goes on sale, and that's incredibly unusual in the motor industry. But Ineos Automotive says that being so open now, whilst the vehicle's still in development, is absolutely critical to it delivering the kind of off-road utility vehicle that customers around the world are crying out for. It's slightly surreal, Mark, being inside a moving Grenadier. What amazes me is that the fact that only 3 years ago this was a blank sheet of paper. I've said it a million times, but to get it to this level in this amount of time and to produce something that's as good as this. I mean, it's not perfect yet. There's things that have got to change still, but that's the whole point. It's still in development. But even at this stage, this is remarkable.
It's almost there, and with the opportunity of some fine-tuning, this vehicle is gold standard, to be honest. This gearbox is totally seamless. It will change gear much more accurately than a human being, to be honest. However, if there was enthusiasts and they like to use the gears and they want to, override the gear, well, you can do that as well. You can Tiptronic it and then tell the gearbox what to do. So it has the best of both worlds. If you look at the future terrain, we've got quite a steep descent coming up. I can literally just drop it into first gear on the Tiptronic.
So we're in first, low, centre diff-lock.
Yeah, and
foot off everything?
Off the brakes, foot off everything, and that's got perfect vehicle control. And that is gold standard as far as I'm concerned. And even with weight, so I've been testing this vehicle with 4 adults in here and kit in the back, the vehicle will still maintain composure on a descent like that. There is a hill descent control on this for when you're in high range.
Right.
So if you was in high range, you could use a hill HDC button, which gives you that automatic braking on the descent.
So how have you found the power delivery then? Because obviously a lot of effort went into recalibrating the engine specifically for Grenadier.
It produces a huge amount of torque, and torque is everything in an off-road world. You don't want the power of a Bugatti Veyron, you want the torque of a tractor when you're in an off-road environment. The way it delivers the drive, it's just totally seamless. The engine and gearbox are proven units, so they've been around a long time. And to elect this motor with this gearbox, this ZF gearbox, is a marriage in heaven. So it just works perfectly off-road. It just feels really planted and secure.
Which as a driver is a great feeling, isn't it? That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited when I jump into this.
That's brilliant.
I test a lot of vehicles for the military, and I've done it with a fire service and police and whatever. In terms of off-road, I've been exposed to quite a lot of different platforms, and I was extremely excited when I drove this for the first time.
Back at base camp, I catch up with Amy Taylor to find out more about the Prototype Tour. What an amazing location to find as well, because it gives so much diversity in the terrain that you can drive the Grenadier over.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We want to be able to show the capability of the vehicle. Although it's in its prototype stage, we can, take it off-road, do dynamic routes, and show people what they've got to look forward to.
What's the feedback been from, because you've been running these for a while now, so what's the general feedback been?
Yeah, feedback has been amazing so far. Just being a passenger, they can kind of see how it performs with a professional driving it. The opportunity to see the prototype at this stage, I think, is a really exclusive experience.
Folk have been able to see, the interior reveal, the exterior reveal, all that's been online in the films we've made and everything. But I mean, this is the first time people have actually been able to get in a vehicle and with it driven. What's their reaction been when they've got out?
I mean, the reactions have been amazing. To actually see it in the flesh and then get to be a passenger. As a passenger and having a test ride, it's been great, but they really do want that test drive. And so that'll be the next stage where we actually invite people to drive it.
So it's not just the UK, this is very much a global tour.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've started in the UK and Germany, and we'll be going through the rest of Europe, also Sub-Saharan Africa, Australia, the Middle East, and the US.
Having been driven around in the Grenadier as a passenger, it's now my turn to get behind the wheel of this extraordinary prototype. Tell you what, it was impressive there, but I'm looking at your face and going, it's going to be even more impressive here, isn't it? Nice driving position, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that you haven't got a big console in front of you, great forward view.
Yeah, in terms of off-road, you need to be able to have a clear view of the future terrain, and that's really important.
Feels completely effortless.
Yeah.
Feels like you're gliding.
It does, yeah.
Honestly,
yeah,
it feels.
does,
I know the better description. It feels almost like you're a hovercraft.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
You're
yeah.
almost floating over it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
What a joy to drive.
Yeah. All the components work really well together, you know, and the beam axles, that's a simple system, but the way that it's been tuned by Magnus Steyr just gives a beautiful ride. So with all those components together, you just got a really smooth platform, and that's important.
The engineers have done an extraordinary job, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything feels as if it's properly engineered.
In terms of these road shows, we've had exposure with professional users, enthusiasts, lifestyle, all people that use four-wheel drives in different forms and different ways. But what you're getting is all that information from a huge range, a huge sector of people, and it's really important.
This right here is the roof switches. I mean, look at that. What a nice setup. Differential lock, off-road mode, the assistance, ESC off, the exterior lights, emergency call, Grenadier. It's just fantastic, folks. This is a roof system. Take a look at this. Off-road mode, differential lock. Fantastic, folks. Exterior lighting. This is fantastic, folks. And this is just the top control panel. The SOS button for assistance, emergency call. The roof control panel. Fantastic, folks. The control panel looks so aeronautical. It is so well designed. I mean, words can't even express what we're looking at here. I mean, the seat heaters with the 3-level controls. Everything is just there. The fan speed. All the HVAC right on top. The window heating. The hazard lights, the climate control, the recirculation, everything just so well built. I mean, start, stop, auto start technology, turning it off, mute the audio, the volume control button, park assist. Everything is just so well made. I mean, this is fantastic. Speechless, too. Phenomenal. And I can tell you one thing, that these SUVs are definitely going to hold their value. This is phenomenal. I mean, the handles, the for the hazard light, the purpose built. And you can imagine how it must feel to the touch when you're turning it, and how the sensation from even pushing these buttons must feel. This is fantastic, folks. This is the control panel of the Grenadier. The heated seats. Fan speed. I mean, just the... Wow. What a well-built machine, folks. The seat heating for the passenger and the driver. And then as you move over, everything. I mean, they can go through the control panel again and again. I mean, that's just how fantastic this is, folks. This is phenomenal, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this is just the control panel. What a fantastic panel. From the glove box, everything else just so well built. AC, recirculation, seat heating, the zone, temperature, defrost. Everything is just so well built. This right here is the rear seats. The Carlos seats, that is. Definitely nice. Fantastic, folks. The way that it looks is just marvelous. The way the sitting position, you got a lot of room for 5 adults. Well put together seats. A lot of leg room. You got the vents in the back. You can't beat this, folks. You got a place to hang your belongings. You got the hooks in the back too to hold on for a lot of rugged off-road driving. Fantastic durability. Really durable seats. You got the tether points. You got everything that you'll possibly need. And the fit and finish is just marvelous, folks. Straight up marvelous. You got a place, you got plugs, you got accessories for your accessories, you have the HVAC in the back. It's phenomenal, folks. And when you look at this, the steering wheel, from the switchgear and everything else, it's just fantastic. From the gear shifter to the brakes to everything from the door, this reminds me of a straight up an affordable G-Wagon. That's how nice this is. I mean, look at the steering wheel. I mean, everything about this is just fantastic. The airbags, the stitching on the steering wheel, how everything is so well put together. What a fantastic SUV this is. And this is something, it's coming to America, folks. I mean, we got the horn, it says toot. This just, you got the phone, you got the resume, you got the cancel. You got the volume controls, airbag. Everything is just phenomenal about this interior. And then that center console is just amazing, folks. This looks like something that you could take on an adventure. Which just makes this fantastic. It looks like something out of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's how phenomenal this looks. Or Indiana Jones. And at the same time, everything about this just looks solidly built. I don't know if you can remember, the reason why people like G-Wagons is that they're so well put together. And this SUV fits right into this. I mean, look at the switchgear on top. This is just amazing. Look at the rear view mirror. I mean, everything just looks like it's built to last. And this is something that we're beginning to see a lot of in SUVs. I mean, you're talking about the new Bronco. You're talking about the craftsmanship inside that. And this is what makes it the number one. It's going to be one of the number one SUVs. And the G-Wagon has always been number one. But this is why, folks. This is why. It doesn't have to be leather interior, but it just has to be a really tight-knit, nice, strong design. I'm talking about the cargo seats. I mean, everything about this is just phenomenal. Even from all the buttons, the gear shifter, the high and the low, the park, reverse, neutral, and drive, manual and sport, plus and minus. I mean, this is just phenomenal. It sort of reminds me of the BMW too, the way they have their switchgear involved. But this is definitely nice. Park assist, on and off, audio. And it looks like it might be a phone charger right there. It might be a you see the brakes, just really nice leather wrapped. Everything just stitched just right with this interior. From the HVAC knobs to the way that they look, everything looks strong and durable. Looks like this SUV is going to last a long time. And I know it's coming to America. And you know what? I think these are going to be sold out so fast. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. This is just amazing. The door inserts, everything about this is just nice. From the glove box, the wood, I mean, the craftsmanship. I mean, just look at that. I mean, this is phenomenal. Straight up phenomenal, folks. Take a look at this control panel. It is fabulous. From the dial to the push button for the off-road, to the back button, to the audio, to the memo, to the options, and to the screws that look there. It's just everything just tightly knit in place. You can even see the lever that controls the seats. Everything about this is just fantastic, folks. I mean, look at this is going to be $64,000. And you could imagine, I mean, just having one of these.
This is Bruce from AO Automotive Reviews, encouraging you to subscribe, to like, and to continue watching these videos. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to putting out a lot more great content. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Much love.